Hi guys, this is Vol. The video we are watching is a first-person Dawn of War tutorial commentary featuring me playing as Imperial Guard. So this is the first time I've done a first-person Dawn of War video. You can see what I'm actually clicking on and building. You can't see the mouse pointer, but don't worry about that. At least you can see what I'm doing right now. I'm actually just right-clicking on the ground now that I have my field command selected, rallying a tech priest out here, and he's helping with the other tech priest to build an infantry command. Now, I'm doing this commentary for two reasons. Reason number one, my buddy Lucy is learning how to play Imperial Guard, learning to improve her ability to play Imperial Guard, and I'm assisting by providing a commentary to tutor her a little bit up. And the second reason is that I just haven't been able to find any decent Imperial Guard commentaries, and my commentaries have pretty much been Imperial Guard free, and that's a shame because Imperial Guard are cool. I want to spend the next 20 minutes doing a bit of a tribute to the Imperial Guard, so keep watching if you enjoy the Imperial Guard. Alright, so let me just get talking. I'm going to have to be fairly fast-paced here. I'm building a command squad here, getting a Psyker first and also a priest. The reason I'm getting a Psyker first is because just in case my opponent has any invisible units, I want to detect them. Now, the principle behind what I'm doing right now is that the commander he can't capture points. He's not very good at defending, but he can go and attack. But bearing that in mind, if he gets swamped by enemy guys, I'm going to be ready at a moment's notice just to run him back to base. In the meantime, I am building a couple of Imperial Guard squads, maybe getting a third one if I feel a bit paranoid later on, but for now, 2 is all I need to capture my half of the map. Now, Imperial Guard are a very defensive race, but just got to keep in mind that if you're just defending a tiny patch of land, then you're still going to get overrun. What you want to do is be quite greedy early game and capture a lot of points in your half the map, and then defend those points. You've actually got to have something to defend. Alright, so with that in mind, the Imperial Guard command squad is heading out there, and I'm actually preventing the enemy from, well, at least harassing him while he captures some points. If I can actually get him to stop capturing like I have here. By the way, the enemy is just a computer. I'm not playing a real person, it's just a computer on one of the harder settings, because I couldn't be bothered finding an opponent, and this way I can actually just sort of talk about build orders and general strategy for Imperial Guard, so let's not worry too much about that. But the idea here is that my guardsmen are capturing points because I need to secure my economy, and the commander is harassing their points capture mission. But the enemy have sent a slugger squad over here, so what I'm going to do, because it's just one slugger squad, I'm going to completely ignore the sluggers, capture the relic with my Imperial Guardsmen, reinforce that particular squad because they're under attack, and run back with my command squad so that I can actually get rid of those sluggers and just carry on capturing points. What I'm doing with my my tech priest engineers is building points on every single point that gets captured, also upgrading to level 2. I do that regardless of whether the enemy's nearby because I want to just boost my economy and keep going. So that's the story there. I've started out with 1 plasma generator, but I will start building some more soon after my requisition starts cropping up. Now, the command squad, again, I mean, no reason to just keep it standing around your base doing nothing. I want to sort of move around and harass enemy squads because they're quite good at doing that. Quite a durable squad because you can reinforce it with, just building the characters back up again if they die. He's got a couple of orcs squads running away. And as you can see, I'm just sort of multitasking a bit to put posts on everything. Now, one thing I forgot to mention before is that I hotkeyed my infantry command and my main HQ building to the 9 key and the 0 key. The way you do that is you put the thumb on your left hand over on the control button on the right hand side of the keyboard, and then just hit the 0 key with the index finger. That way you can easily reach the 0 and the 9 keys, and that allows me to actually easily multitask while I'm doing some fighting, and just press the 0 or the 9 to get my main building or the infantry command. Now, I've still only got 2 Imperial Guardsman squads, I think, and yeah, I can't remember building a third one just yet. And I've captured all the points on my half of the map, so I'm now going for the critical in the middle and the critical at the 6 o'clock position. As you can see, the command HQ there just hasn't lost any members yet, and just still keeping the enemy at bay. As soon as they come nearby, I start just swiping them in combat. The priest's quite good for that. The Psyker just knocks them down, as you can see. He's starting to attack with quite a number of orc boys there, so what I just do is retreat. You just hold them back for as long as you can, and then you run away if it looks like you're not going to be winning, and just use your base defense at home. Now, you might have noticed here that I actually upgraded my field command to a battle command. That will take some time, but I can do various other things in the meantime. You may be asking right now, why am I not getting a Tactica Control or Tactica Command, whatever you call that thing? Well, the reason why is because I don't need any of the upgrades for specific purposes just yet. I can't afford them, and now I'm getting the Tactica Control, as it's called, and I'll be upgrading, weapons and armor for guardsmen, and plus the morale bonuses and so forth. It's just that if I build that Tactica command really early, Tactica Control, sorry, then I wouldn't have been able to afford to get so many listing posts and the tier 2 upgrade as quickly, and that's more of a priority than upgrading my guys, because at the moment I only have a low number of guardsmen, and I just don't need the upgrades. Anyway, I'm coming under attack here by a Big Mac who seems to have walked around or teleported up to my listing posts. What I want to do is upgrade that to a level 2 post so it has a gun. I also want to bring a Tech Priest Engineer over at some point. There's one there finishing the Tactica Control, so after that's finished I'll be trying to repair the listing post. Bear in mind that with Imperial Guard you can't select your worker and right click on the post because he'll just get inside it, because you can garrison your buildings as Imperial Guard. You have to manually click the repair button and then click on or just click the hotkey and then click on the post. So a lot of orcs attacking right now. I've got 2 Guardsman squad upgrading with various things. I've got the sergeants being upgraded. I'm going to get some grenades. I've decided to build a 3rd squad just in case these orcs overrun me. I want 3 of them just so I've got a lot of guys shooting. What you want to do at this point is actually chuck your Imperial Guardsman squads inside a listing post or a nearby building. And I'm going to seize it. Whoosh. Excuse me. And here we've got some sluggers running past the listing post. The AI of the computer AI isn't that smart, but yeah, I mean, I just couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered finding a real player. Now that I'm at tier 2, what I'm going to do is build some commissars, and the reason why is because I want to add the commissars to my guardsman squads and use the execute button, which is a really, really good tactic and a very good technique. What you want to do is just attach your commissar to the squad, and the hotkey for execute is E. And if you've got 2 or 3 squads there, and you've got commissars in all of the squads, so what you do is when you're in battle, you go to the squad, press E, and then tab to go to the next guardsman squad, E, and then tab, and then so forth, and then go through and reinforce them after he shoots the dude. And what the execute ability will do is increase the maximum damage of your guardsman from like 24 to 70. That's like, whoa, that's a stupid amount of damage. So you really want to abuse that ability as Imperial Guard because it just makes them so much more powerful. Guardsman squads tend to be a little bit weak otherwise until they're upgraded with special weapons and plasma guns. At any rate, getting a mechanized command for 2 reasons. 1, I want tanks, and number 2, I need that, I think, to build the tier 3 Imperial Guard. I'm building chimeras. Reason why is because they're very cheap and I want to be able to save my resources to get to tier 3 as soon as possible. What I'm not doing is queuing up lots of chimeras, however you pronounce it. What instead I'm doing is I right-clicked on the Chimera icon. That will basically overwatch Chimeras in the same way that you overwatch squads. The Mechanized command will build a Chimera and then build another one if there are resources available. And again, keep doing that until the vehicle cap is reached. Now, that's a very important thing to keep in mind, and I definitely suggest people do that. If you are not very good at multitasking and you want to keep things rolling, you want to keep your cash being spent. Just decapturing the enemy's point in the middle there. Also getting the Hellhound depot so that I can pump out some Hellhounds. Hellhounds are pretty good. In this case, I'm up against Orcs, so the morale damage that Hellhounds do will be quite effective. Just chucking a couple of Imperial Guardsman squad in my Chimeras, particularly the one with the Commissars, because I'm going to just be pulling in a bit of a sneaky attack over here in the Orcs. This is something you can try at home if you like. Just driving through the causeway here, and I really want to bash the banners because Orcs are quite vulnerable when you take their banners out. It really slows down their tech and so forth. So just using execute on my Imperial Guard squad there, and actually, despite that, I've come under attack. So bad timing there, all. Didn't really know that was going to happen, so unfortunately running away with my guys because my forces are split at this point. The commander running away, I tried to chuck that third squad of Imperial Guardsmen inside the second Chimera that arrived, but didn't quite manage it, so just running back home with my other Chimera, and what I'll do is when I've got all my forces together, I will unload them and start shooting at stuff. And there's another Commissar, so he wants to join one of the other squads, so I'll just unload the Imperial Guardsmen and add that Commissar to one of the other squads, so I can start executing and start killing stuff. Now that I've got a couple of Chimeras, I want to switch to Hellhounds before long, but I'm really low on power, so I'm just going to head over here and put a thermoplasma generator on that point. So that should sort out my power issues, but having said that, seem to be under attack from two areas. There's a war truck over here at the western location, but also sort of the inside southern location. I'm under attack by a lot of dudes. In fact, my tech priest engineer is running over to the plasma generator, and the orcs intercept him. So I'm just going to cancel that. I can't really get a worker over there in time to deal with it. Upgrading to tier 3 now, so if I can hold the orcs off long enough to get stuff like Cassicans and Ogrins, I should be doing well. Trying to get some heavy weapons tamed. Haven't got enough power. That's fine. Got some hellhounds finally, so this hopefully should help. Looks like the orcs decided not to kill the Tactica Control. They have killed the listening post though, and we've got a squad of, looks like knobs or sluggers. Yeah, they look like orc knobs with a big mech right in the middle of my guys. So at this point, I'm in a pretty good position. Rather than just focus on the battle too much and focus fire units, I'm just trying to hotkey stuff and rebuild things. There's the engineer, just looking for that. Press full stop on your keyboard if you want to quickly select an idle worker in this game. What I tend to do is actually hotkey both of my workers at the start of the game to 4, 5, 6, and 7, so that if I just want to bash one of the numbers in the middle of the keyboard, I can quickly select